Here is my 10-minute EDS perimenopause workout. Now, I can't do it in real time because they didn't let me do past 10 minutes. But step one, you're going to try to get down on the ground if you can do it. If not, do this on your bed. Now, the first thing I have people do are gentle pelvic tilts, trying to think about getting your spine to imprint on the mat. If there is any pain, we don't want that. But pelvic tilts is great for mobility. Number two, I have my patients do 10 deep breaths, taking a full inhale in and a full exhale out. And as you exhale, I'm palpating my lower ribs, and as you exhale, your ribs go down. Think about blowing out 100 candles. You would be surprised how many people live in a fight or flight. This helps us tone our vagus nerves. It helps us with rib mobility. It actually helps us strengthen our intercostals. And you can't go wrong focusing on breath in times of COVID. Number two, we're going to work on our transversus abdominis. You are going to think about connecting your sternum and your pubic bone, and you're going to engage that transversus abdominis. I call it the drawing in maneuver. I also say you want to draw those lower abdominals in, and then as I do this, I am exhaling. Next, if you can tolerate this, you're going to do an exhale. You're going to engage your abs, your transversus abdominis. You're going to do a tiny curl up. You will hold this 5 seconds and do 5 reps. Now, after you've curled up and you held it 5 seconds, you are going to slowly lower back segment by segment. And the reason for this is eccentric control. Your abdominals, specifically your rectus abdominis, is actually quite important for you to bend forward, to have power. Think of it as muscular Spanx. Many of you have had babies, and I need you to heal your diastasis recti because oftentimes women come to me and they don't have any strength in their abdominals. So we want to work on the deep core muscles, but I also want to work on the rectus. And I have had great success with women for this. If you get the ebook in my bio, it is a diastasis recti protocol, but I am doing that same protocol for bendies right now. Now, like I said, originally I recorded this going through all the reps so I can do this with you in real time, but I had to shorten it. Next will be bridges. What I'm going to have you do is lift your hips up, but stay within your pain-free range. If lifting up a certain height hurts, you don't go that high. Also, higher isn't necessarily better. Sometimes people that are bendy overreach. So I want you to lift up, and I want both of your glutes, which is the big butt muscle, to engage equally. Then the thoracic and lower lumbar kind of sink down like you're sinking into a hammock, but your glutes are engaged. Some of my patients are so unstable, I have to do a modification, but this is the basic bridge. This is ridiculously boring. Notice I am counting my reps on my fingers because I'm trying to hold 10 seconds and I'm doing 10 reps. And yes, are there other things that are more exciting to do for your glutes? Absolutely. But for my bendies, this one is a really important staple because if I can get your butt to be strong, I can help your SI joint. Now see what I did here? Some of my patients have such instability, I have to put a ball between their knees when they do a bridge. Now, believe it or not, this is a new addition. Notice I'm leaning back so I'm not pinching my hips. I'm making my quads tight and I'm doing a straight leg race. Remember, this is 2 times the speed because TikTok didn't let me have a full 10-minute spot to give you the full routine. I am doing 2 sets of 10 on each side. If you can't do that many, that's okay. The idea is you're squeezing your quad and lifting your leg and there won't be any pain. We don't want you to do any pain. You're going to stay within your pain-free range. But freakishly, this helps. Next is the soul-sucking clamshell. Notice my shoulders, hips, and ankles are all in a row. I am with my hand checking my transversus abdominis, checking my abs, keeping me level. I am lifting my top leg up, not too high, and once I'm there, I am holding 10 seconds. Remember, this isn't fast forward. If you can't hold it 10 seconds and you can only hold it 1 or 2, that's fine. If it's too easy for you, we can add a band. Now, some of my patients that have significant hip pain can't do the clamshell. We have to do this straight leg variation, and most people can do this. If you find the clamshell with the band is too easy, add this back in. Of course, since you have two sides, you have to do both sides. Now, here are the things. Find a weight that works for you. Kettlebells, free weights, I don't care. I'm going to use 10 pounds because that's what works for me. Bicep curls are important because the long head of your bicep goes into your joint capsule, and I need to stabilize your unstable little joint. You can also use these bands. These are bands that are resistance bands. They're the cutest bands I've ever seen. I use bands for people that can't tolerate weights. Here I am fashioning it on my reformer. Most of my patients will shut their resistance bands in the door or loop it around a doorknob. No, I don't have that. But I'm putting my handle on, and now I'm going to step on this resistance band, and I am going to do bicep curls. I'm sorry. I thought I edited that out. Nope, I sure didn't. Sure didn't. Well, too late now, ladies. Okay, here we go. So I put handles on both ends. I'm going to step on it, tighten my belly, and bicep curl. If it hurts, if you feel like your shoulder is too unstable, we don't do this. Free weights, you might do 2 pounds, you might do 3 pounds, you might do 5 pounds. Here I am holding a 5-pound kettlebell, and this is actually really nice and comfortable, but the only problem is I have one kettlebell that's 5 pounds, so it takes me twice as long. Okay, so the same 5-pound kettlebell, I'm doing a mini squat. See this? When I tell you I need you to do squats, that's what I'm talking about. Just resting. Squats again. So if you're new here, I need you to lift heavy things and put them down. But if you're bendy and you're perimenopause and you don't know where to start, let's do a mini squat with this 5-pound weight. You just clutch it to your chest. If you don't have a weight, pick up something heavier and just hold it to your chest. Bend your knees. Stay within the pain-free range that you have. I don't need you hurting yourself. Now, this is where we're going to do a deadlift. Remember, deadlift is hinging at your hips. I'm basically driving my booty back, coming forward. Think of this as picking up heavy groceries. I don't think when I say deadlift, you understand that I mean suck in your guts, drive your butt back, and pick up something off the floor. That's what I mean when I say deadlift. Okay, so the 5 pounds was like too easy for me. Let's try 10. I think if you can tolerate 10, great. If you can't do that, do 5. But I want you to know we can do weightlifting for you based on your body type, based on what feels comfortable. Well, I think I'm grabbing the 15-pound because the 10 was just not enough. Nope, sure as heck not. I think I was just resting. Back to the deadlift. So for this particular video, I'm showing you guys 3 sets of 10 because I know that my bendies can't always tolerate what I recommend for most women in perimenopause. I usually recommend 5 sets of 5 reps for my women in perimenopause, but my bendies can barely do that. Here is a tried and true face down row. We call this prone. This is a prone row. And I have a pillow underneath my belly to keep me in neutral. I have a towel roll by my forehead to not hurt my neck. And notice I am just lifting my elbows up, and it is body weight. I am not using a weight. I don't want you to hurt when you do this, but I don't have EDS. I'm going to use a 1-pound weight, and I'm going to ramp it up. If you have EDS and you can do this row and it doesn't feel challenging and it doesn't hurt, grab a 1-pound weight. If you don't have a 1-pound weight, grab a can, grab a water bottle. But rows are exceptionally important for helping you prevent rib dysfunctions, but it's also great for your bone density. Next, I want you to track your steps. 10,000 steps a day is the goal, but if you're only doing 5, let's get you to 6. That's it, ladies. That's your workout. Hope you have fun.